Yo, what's good everyone? So in today's video, I got something a little bit different. This is going to be how I train while fasting during the month of Ramadan. If you guys don't know what Ramadan is, basically it's the holy month for us Muslims of when we fast. Fasting means not eating or drinking, and we do that from dawn to dusk, which is about 4/5 a.m. to about 6 to 8 p.m. I'll leave the time in here. Anyways, it is very difficult to train while fasting because you're very dehydrated and hungry. So I'm going to show you guys how I train while fasting. So come with me and let's get straight into this.
As you can see, off to a very energetic start. This is how most of my mornings go if you didn't know. Anyways, I'm not even hungry, but I'm going to force myself to eat something. Had to hit a quick little flex for the camera to wake up my mind. And I usually start my fast with a few dates. I used to start with 7, but I feel like 7's way too much. So now I have around maybe 2 or 3. Yeah, I feel like dates give you a lot of energy, so, I eat them. And plus this sunnah, so why not? Then, I'm thinking, what do I actually eat, though? Until something clicked in my mind. Something crunchy. Eggs. What better? Tell me why when I was cracking this egg, it was literally rock solid. Like, this egg was strange. I had to keep my eyes on this one. I won't forget about you, egg. Anyways, I ended up making 3 eggs with 2 brown slices of bread and 3 chicken ham, not pork. Chicken ham, okay? Relax. But usually I give half to my brother because I don't really have a big appetite. But here we go. Taste test. It was alright. It wasn't bad. I forced the reaction a little bit. Anyways, right before I sleep, you can see a little bit of chicken hair. Looking like Chicken Little. I try and force down like 2 bottles of water just so I don't regret it later on in the day. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, this part is so hard because I literally keep waking up in the middle of the night to urinate at least 10 times. Now, sometime after, while the food sets in my system, I literally just want to fall asleep. So I do. Just like that.
Alright, cool. So it's the next morning. As you can tell, sun's out finally. Guns out too. Anyway, so my friend's actually coming over to pad me. He's going to put me in a boxing session because my boxing club is actually not open today. So we're going to have to work with what we've got today. So he's coming over, put me in a hefty session today. And I'm going to bring you guys with me to show you what I'm going to be training today for boxing.
Alright, so I just linked up with my guy and I already knew this session was going to be hefty because whenever I train with this guy makes me train so hard. Anyway, starting off with some stretches while discussing the political, the environmental and the economic state of the world right now. By the way, I was extremely sore since yesterday's boxing session. I was training my own and my muscles were so fatigued, but we can't make any excuses. And this is one of my first times actually training without any caffeine in my system because I usually have caffeine like twice a day, which is very bad. But anyways, getting on to the main workout. Well, this is actually the second workout we did. I didn't get to record the beginning. We actually did 3 rounds of very, very intense skipping where I actually regretted even coming to training from how intense it was. But, you got to put that work in and don't make excuses. So this is my first time actually doing this exercise. So I had to get my friend to demonstrate for me to give me a brief idea so I can try it out myself. And let me tell you, by the end of this, not even by the end, during this workout, my calves were burning. So this workout is meant to work on obviously your calf endurance, but mainly your footwork as well. But I feel like the main benefit is getting your calves under that pressure constantly so they can get used to it. So in the ring, your calves don't let you down. Alright, moving on, was doing some shadow boxing. I was pretty fatigued at this point. I'm not even going to lie to you guys because I couldn't even record the whole workout. But, that's why my punches look very slow at the moment. But, he was pushing me to my limit, so I'm very thankful for that. Here's more shadow boxing. As you can see, my technique was very off. My elbows were flared out like a chicken. Wasn't really that clean, but, I was still trying to put in that work. I think we did about 5 rounds, 3-minute rounds of boxing. Then we moved over to pads, and even during the pad work, my technique was very off. As you can see, I was literally lifting up my right arm as I'm throwing my left jab. My footwork was off. Yeah, I'm not even going to make excuses, but put me on caffeine and I'll be like Mike Tyson. I think this is actually one of the first times that I actually train outside, and I must say, I definitely prefer training inside. Training outside feels very, not strange, but it just feels very tiring. The sun's out right on your body. I mean, I get why people sometimes like it, but for me personally, I prefer training in the gym, even if it's hotter. By the way, if you guys want to get coached by my guy, I'm leaving his social media links in the description. I'm telling you, this guy will push you to your limits, and you might even regret linking him, because I'm telling you, he will push you. Anyways, here's us in it and finishing off the session with this light combination that we're trying to get down. It was pretty hard in the beginning, but, you know, I failed many times trying to get this combination down, and it was annoying that we couldn't get it, so as you can see. And here's us trying the combination again. It's a very cool combination, I'm not going to lie to you guys, but it's just annoying when you don't manage to get it down. But when you eventually do, it feels amazing. And finally, we got it down. Pretty cool combination, man, I'm not going to lie. It just feels so satisfying when you're hitting the pads at that speed. Well, I felt like I was going so fast, but looking back at it now, I was actually going pretty slow. But, you know, it's a cool combination. Gassed up, happy. Now, I made it home, and it was only right. It's time to rest. Just like that, conked out. Alright, and finally, now for the time all of us wait for during the day, iftar, which is the time us Muslims break our fast. So this is at 6:25 p.m. and I usually break my fast with around 3 dates. Even though I'm starving for actual food, I just break it off at 3 dates because it gives you energy and it's sunnah to do it. So I do it, you know. Dates are not even bad at all, by the way. They're actually pretty good, if anything. Like, a lot of people might think they look disgusting or whatever, but I thought the same until I tried them, and they're actually pretty good. Anyways, water time. Oh, this is the part I was looking for. I'm telling you, water hits differently when you break your fast. Like, I'm telling you, it hits differently. Like, this water made me act up. And moving on to something a little bit unhealthy, I actually ended up getting chicken and chips today. So I got wings. After this, you should have seen how I feasted. I had chicken burgers. I had chips. I had like 10 wings. You don't even know. If I showed you guys on camera, you would think I was obese if you didn't see me. But yeah, chicken and chips. So now I was feeling ready and it was time for my second session. So I usually train twice a day. I do boxing and gym, or I do boxing twice. So getting to the gym, flexing my demon back a little bit. So you already know what's about to happen. Now, I was getting onto pull-ups and something strange happened. My right forearm, I have tendonitis in it, right? And it feels like an electric shock in my arm, like an extreme pain. So I couldn't even do that many pull-ups. So I was like, you know what? Let me just stop this and start doing some pad muscle-ups. My form was very bad on them. Anyways, moving on to this exercise. I like this one because when I look in the mirror, I see my demon back. Just looks good. By the way, this gym session was a very quick one and it was actually pretty light because I was very fatigued from earlier boxing sessions, so I wasn't doing that many sets, but I usually do around 3 sets per exercise and I try and progressively overload while staying fasted because you want to make sure you're getting stronger and not weaker, or at least maintaining your strength. So moving on to lat pull down, then with 25 kg plates on each side of my arms, I was doing shrugs. Also, I didn't mention this, I actually did about 4 sets of neck training for boxing to make sure I don't ever get knocked out in a fight. Then, moving on to bicep curls, my tendonitis in my forearm was really hurting, I ain't even gonna lie, so I couldn't do that many sets. I only ended up doing 2 sets of this. Then I was gonna move over to dumbbells, which, you know, it wasn't even any better to be honest, but I still tried to put that work in, man. If you guys have tendonitis in your forearm/bicep, you know the pain I'm talking about. You can't even lift up a water bottle. But anyways, man, moving on to the next part. Back to boxing. Anyways, I finished off the workout with 2 3-minute rounds of boxing. I did not want to hit the bags, I'm not going to lie. I was way too fatigued for that. I was thinking of even ending up with cardio, but I didn't. And I also had to record some videos for TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. And finishing off, I just like to flex in front of the camera in the mirrors for a bit to see if I've made any gains, and I haven't, so kind of sad. But the back's coming through at least. Arms are still small, abs are kind of there. Anyways, I was taking off my vest to see how my physique actually looked vestless, so not too bad, not too bad. I just definitely need to work hard doing the gym, man. My arms are lacking.
And that is how I train fasted during the month of Ramadan. It is extremely hard, I'm not going to lie to you guys, but for me, it's not really hard when it comes to not eating, but it's mainly when I'm not drinking and I'm dehydrated while working out. I feel like I'm literally going to faint. The thing is, anyone that says going gym fasting is hard, you need to be quiet, because going gym is not even hard at all while fasting. The only thing that's hard is fasting and training when you're doing a martial arts sport, for example, boxing. That is so hard and dehydrating. However, I hope you guys really liked this video, and if you did, please support me by dropping a like and a subscribe. We're nearly at 20k subs, which is mad for YouTube, so thank you so much for this, guys. And also, if you want to learn how to box at home boxing program in my bio or description below. Ignore that voice crack. We're at 13k members, no equipment needed, so learn to box at home. And thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'll see you guys next time.